Many new modes, obstacles and features are coming to creative soon. This is very exciting. So a few hours ago we got our weekly vibe check. If you don't know what a vibe check is, it's basically a form with a bunch of questions that Mediatonic asks, like how we feel about the game and stuff like that. Most of these forms are questions that have to do with bugs and if the game feels stable, but sometimes they also ask questions about things that they're planning to add in the near future. And that's what happened this time. In the vibe check, we were asked which modes we wanted to see the most get added to creative, and it included survival, hunt, team and even logic modes. But that's not all. We also got asked what features we would like to see the most in creative. You can see them here, and in my opinion the most important ones are the old obstacles returning, along with the scaling options and the dynamic objects, which are the objects that can move and change position based on their settings. These vibe checks are really important and interesting for the game and suggest completing them if you can. A lot of things were added just because people voted for them in the vibe checks. Now, when do I think these features will get added? Well, Mediatonic recently updated the FQA submission, which basically has to do with actual client updates releasing soon. It's kinda complicated, but that's all you need to know. However, I don't really think these features will get added in this update. I feel like this update will most likely be a bug fix update, since we were told that there's no feature updates coming in October. That makes me suspect that these features will get added in the next update in November. And we already kinda know when the November update is happening. The end date for the Trick or Hit Fame Pass is on November 7th, and if you remember, this Fame Pass got added exactly 1 week after the Fall Force update. So I think the November update is actually on the 1st of November, which is awesome. What I think will happen is that in the November update we'll get the survival and one more mode, and maybe a few new themes as well. Let's talk about obstacles. There's a few that were leaked weeks and months ago, and I think we'll get them in this update. All credits go to FG Muffins on this one, go follow her, I have a link in the description, she's awesome. First are the moving bumpers. These are like normal bumpers, but can also move in a certain direction, similar to those at the end of Hit Parade and at the end of Slime Climb, or more like the exact same at the end of Hit Parade and Slime Climb. Next are the hexagon tiles, and I think these have a really high chance of coming because of survival mode. I think they would really fit the mode, especially if we can make them respawn after a certain amount of time, like the tiles from Hexaterrestrial. Lastly, I think we'll also get the rotating rings from All Out, and I'm especially excited for this one. I just hope that we'll be able to customize them ourselves. All these obstacles have been in the works for creative for quite some time now, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're added in the next update. These are all just rumors, however, and take them with a grain of salt. Now for the new features. I really hope they add object overlapping, as we already could do that through a bug within the game, but it got apparently patched accidentally, so you can only do it with mods on PC now. It's quite funny how they fixed the overlapping glitch, which is clearly a glitch and not actually meant to happen, and then they tweeted about the fact that they accidentally removed overlapping from the game, which is really weird since in the creative announcement they said themselves that overlapping should not be possible.
You can see that when I try and place the object it goes red. This is because the object itself is probably going to collide with the other object.
Let's change theirs.
Anyways, we're probably getting overlapping for real this time. Also, we might be getting object scaling, which basically means that you'll be able to resize and rotate objects freely and basically play around with them without many restrictions, which can be really useful for map creators. And lastly, we have the budget improvements. We seem to get budget improvements on basically every update, so I really hope they make a significant change this time, hopefully pushing the budget to 1,500 instead of 1,000, and I really hope that they decide to remove the limit that some objects have on top of the budget limits. If we already have a maximum amount of objects we can place, then why do we need a max amount for a specific object? But we'll have to wait and see what budget improvements we'll get. I'm confident that even if it's not the most voted option in the vibe check, they'll still do at least a small improvement since they always do budget improvements with updates. And lastly, something that I want to point out is that even if something you want isn't really popular in the vibe check, we're still gonna get everything. This is just to help the developers prioritize what people want the most. What are you most excited about this update? We're getting modes, objects and features. It looks amazing. These recent updates have been huge for the game and I'm really excited about them. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and press the notification bell so that you can stay updated for more Fall Guys news.